Let's use GoHighLevel to build a complete backend system for a law firm. Websites, contracts, automations, pipelines, CRMs, literally everything. You'll find everything in the timestamps below. Think of it like building a digital engine that runs the law firm. Intake, to sign contracts, to follow-ups, without lifting a finger. But most firms are still stuck driving a broken down manual process. This build we're going to make together doesn't just support the business, it drives it. Keep that video, it just gives me motivation to keep posting videos like this. So let's get right into it. Okay, so first let's sort out the website. So let's get a template. Now, I've got tons of templates with my affiliate program. You get 30-day free trial, first link description, plus all these benefits here. You get all my snapshots for so many different niches, but just so it's accessible for everyone, I use a pre-built high-level templates. Okay, so we're basically in now, and here's the template website. So firstly, we need to create a logo. So let's go to Canva. Let's create a quick logo. Okay, something like that. So put the business name in there. What we can do is, you do want a transparent background, just as good measure too. But if you don't have the free trial, you can just download it. Go to remove.bg and then just come here, throw that in, and it'll remove the background anyway for free. Go to logo, let's add that logo in. Okay, and throw it in like so. Now this looks a bit big, so we can make this a little smaller like this. Change the padding. How does it look on mobile view? Looks fine. Black with a white line across, that could look nice. So let's make this white actually. So let's change all of this to white. Okay, that looks okay. Now let's add a white line here. So let's go to styles. Let's add a top border. Let's make this white. And that's a bit too thick. So let's go to 1px. And yeah, that looks a bit better to me anyway. This is gray. I don't like that gray. So let's obviously make this white. Okay, so just change that to white. Now, we want that to be probably a different color, so let's go like gray. Yeah, that gray is fine. Let's add some animations in. So here we can go to animations, entrance, adjust animation, duration to be a bit longer. Okay, but I made a whole video about a website tutorial here, so be sure to watch that. I think at the bottom we should have a section saying book now, or book an appointment. Make an appointment. So let's just go here, add a column, let's add an element, let's add a button, and let's have this button say book an appointment. Okay, now obviously this button looks terrible, so let's like flat maybe, or we can make it dark. So let's add a full border on it. Let's make the radius so it's curved like that. Border color, let's make it white. Let's make the actual button black. Animations, so if you hover over it, it elevates like that. That's cool. Now let's obviously connect this button to appointment page. So links, so at the moment it's a link to a pop-up. We want to link it to go to page, the appointment page. Okay, let's press save. And let's have a look at this appointment page. So this button, where is this button going to? Go to next page. We want to go to page and appointment page, of course. When we're making pages, we want to make sure that we make it easy for ourselves. So what we're going to do is save section. So like this section is going to be on every website, isn't it? So let's save this and let's name it top part. Save it to global sections. Boom. And at the bottom as well. So we can save this cool part, whatever. Just name whatever you want. And this one we can save as bottom part. Cool, so now let's go to the appointment page. Let's see how it looks. Okay, this appointment page is pretty terrible. So obviously we need to add our logo. This part, I don't want to like that part. Let's go, lucky we made the global section. So let's go to save section, global. Let's go to the top part, add that in. Perfect, let's add our top banner in. So let's go here, let's go white, like that, cool. And we've got a calendar which we need to make us obviously. I'm gonna add a row, I'm gonna add a column here that I want to add a headline. I want to say book a meeting below. Okay, and we can make this white, so the color can be white. And we can make this actually gray so we can see it. So let's add a little gray thing. like that. And this is obviously a bit too big, so we want the width. So we pick the blue surrounding box and drag the width where we want it, like that. Now let's add the calendar. So we can add a new column right here. Now let's go to calendar, like so. And obviously we don't have a calendar, but at the moment we'll just add, just to see how it goes, how it looks. Okay, obviously the bottom section, let's go, remember what I did? So let's go to save section, global section, let's add the cool part here, and let's add the bottom section. So sort this page out because it's all over the place. Let's get rid of this one. Cool. And GoHighLevel recently added a testimonial section. So if you add your Google reviews, go to testimonials, and you can, here you are, so you can get rid of this. We don't need this anymore. Boom, here we are, customer testimonials. You can go in, edit testimonials, edit the star rating, and yeah, so it's pretty explanatory. So the date, then you can change the card style, so the card styles can be completely different. I like this one, looks pretty cool. So let's just make this page look a bit more professional. Let's add the image in. So let's go image, let's go here, let's add this, let's make this obviously smaller. So let's go, and I don't like how this is so much, the spacing's all wrong. So let's click the green out box. Let's go here. Let's make this much closer, like that. Obviously, when you have your business, you want to find out what exact services they have, so you can put them in and everything, because we're going to run automations, remember, off the calendar, off the pipelines, off the documents and contracts. We've got a lot to go through, so yeah. Okay, so we don't have an about us page, we don't have a practices page, we don't have a team page or contact us page. I'm sure you have to build one and connect it here. You can build the rest. So let's build a team page, okay? So let's get off this and let's go create a page. So let's name this page team page, team/team, press create page. Okay, so we can create from blank, it's fine, because remember we have the save sections. Go to the save section, let's go to top part, let's go to cool part, let's go to bottom part, and in the middle of this all, what we're going to do is, I can just add it here, drag a full width in there. So this is the team page. So we're going to have a first column saying meet the team. So here, let's have meet the team. And obviously, we could change the font of this if you don't want it to be that heavy. So let's go to custom font. Let's pick a nicer font, maybe that. Whatever, something like that looks nice. Okay, so now let's have like different blocks. So let's have it so we've got 3 column row, so 3 columns, and what we're going to do is add an element. So I want their name, then a picture of them, and then I want a little description of who they are and stuff like that. So that's kind of what I want. So let me just duplicate that for all 3. So let's go to the purple box and press duplicate, then press duplicate again. Okay, so we've got 3 here. Now let's duplicate this whole section. So we have another one right here. Let's make this more fun, actually. Let's go MJ. Let's go Michael Jackson. Let's go Elvis Presley. And let's go Jose on Foray. So I'm just gonna get the pictures for that. Okay, just like that, just for the jokes of it, let's just go to full border on all of these. So obviously this would be a full-on law person. So we can curve off the edges like so. We can add a shadow to it for each one. And what we can do is, let's put this to 60. What we can do that for all of them. So full border. And we can slightly separate these. Just do the same thing. Full border. And obviously you don't want them to touch in each other. So let's separate them out a little bit. And let's obviously add a box shadow to this one too. So I'm just going to add a black border on the image. So let's go add to dark thumbnail and let's add a shadow to it. You can obviously play with the shadows as well. I'm just gonna do that for all of them just so it adds something to it. Okay, I just changed everything white and I just made this glowing. I just want to see how it looks. Let's add like what they do. So let's go here and just go to director like that. Whatever, you just put whatever there, you know what I mean? And then of course you can do the same thing with you can copy this. Now of course with this, we can delete this. and just copy, duplicate this here and put different people names and just keep doing the same thing essentially. So this is meet the team, okay? We can even add buttons like book a call. It's always good to add that button, isn't it? Okay, so let's just say this team one's done. So I'm gonna show you how we can connect the button now. So let's connect this all up. So let's go back to home. So let's connect the team. So let's go here, let's click on team. Now let's go to page. And let's go to the team page and let's press submit and let's save that up and let's see how this all works now. Let's go to view. So we got the animation comes in, make an appointment. Let's click that. It takes us to book a meeting. Go in here, select a meeting, whatever. Let's go to team. And it takes us to the team section. Perfect. By the way, if you want my one-on-one support, plus 30-day free trial and all these benefits here, be sure to use the first thing in the description. Instead of 14, you get 30 days free trial plus all these benefits, one-on-one support with me, my snapshots, my video trainings, my sales scripts, everything. And if you already got an account and you want to switch over, email me or DM me or get in touch and I'll help you start over. With this website, obviously I'm not going to build the whole thing because this video will be hours. If you want a full tutorial on websites, if you go to my YouTube channel, go to playlists. Now, I've set everything. I don't have a free course. I'm not selling anything. I don't have an old thing. I'm not going to rob your email, blast you, etc. I've got it all in a YouTube playlist, literally. So 1 to 11. Second one is all about websites and funnels. First one's getting started. Second one, CRM, etc. Okay, so before we jump into the automations, automating the calendars and all that sorts of good stuff, we can obviously add a chat widget to this. So you can go to chat widget here, build one. We can add an AI chat widget to this. So the way we do that is you create a chat widget and then on your conversation AI, so you go to settings, go to conversation AI, you create a bot. I've made YouTube videos about this. Have it on live chat or SMS chat. You can even have it on Instagram, Facebook, and then have it on autopilot. Train the bot, go through everything. It's pretty self-explanatory. And then when you add the chat widget here, and you've got the AI chatbot to work on the chat widget, it'll work seamlessly. So yeah, let's add, for example, the salon widget. Okay, cool. So this is like how the widget will look. You can change the logo, change the colors, and the AI chat widget will speak back and forth with you and get your information and all that sorts of good stuff. Whatever you've trained it to do, it will do. So for example, it just said, hi, glad you reached out. I can help you check your available time, but first, can I get your email name? It said that because I've trained it to say that. You can train it whatever you want it to say. And with the favicon URL, you need to put HTTPS. So the way you do that is you'd go to edit, go to a random image, click it. Where's our thing? So click this. Now, GoHighLevel will create the HTTPS for you. Then we'll go back, don't save. And then with the settings now, you put the favicon URL right there. And that's basically, you know where it says here, that little icon next to the top of the tab, that little icon, the little icon here, Canva icon, blah, blah, blah. That's what favicon URL is. So you want to put that in and press save. Also, I have a 68-page custom CSS document I give to all my affiliates for free. So basically it's custom CSS you can add in. So that's specifically for GoHighLevel to make your websites from here to like here. Really cool things you can add in. You just copy and paste the code in here and it does everything for you. Okay, now let's go to documents contracts, which is staple for businesses, law firms. So we're going to automate these contracts and everything. So don't worry, invoices, everything like that. Cool. So just follow along. So let's go. And I've made a video here about documents contracts in full. So the easiest way is to have an existing PDF. So you can create a PDF, you can create a new template from scratch, add the text in perfectly fine. But just for sake of it, it's better to have, it's quicker, I would say, to upload a PDF. So what we want to happen is obviously the law firm and the client needs to they both need to sign this. So we've got the host signature and the planner signature. Okay. So obviously if you do it, just type in here, law firm and press save, obviously. So we want it. So you got here's the builder. So you got added elements. You can add obviously with your own text, your own whatever you want. Remember I said you can build it from scratch, or you can add a PDF. So you can add your own things, copy and paste from ChatGPT, like your own whatever the contract you wanted to say. So here's all the blocks you can add in. You can even add a product list. You can add items, products, whatever you have. But essentially, if you've got a PDF and everything's written out already, we can just add it. So the fillable fields here. So we got loads of fillable fields. So we've got text field that they can fill out, a date field, checkbox, initial, signature. So we want signature here. So let's make sure this is good. So we want one signature there. We want one signature here. And then we want a date. We want them to fill out the date too. So we've got date. Just someone has to fill the date out, and then the other person has to fill this out. Okay. Now here, obviously, we want them to put their name, so the host name. So we can add a text, so we can add their name. Someone else can, let's say someone else fills in the title, whatever. Okay. So how do we have it? So first it gets signed by the law firm, then automatically gets sent to the client. Okay, that's what we want to happen. So let's use template. Okay, so like I mentioned, so we've got recipients, but let's add ourselves in first. So let's go to first one. Let's click here, Harris. So we're in now. So the blue is me. So let's put this to be me as well. Now we want this other one to be someone else. Now we probably know them if we're signing the contract. Well, you definitely will know them. So what you can do is go to recipients. Let's add them in. Now, if you don't have the details, just click here, add their details in, whatever. But I can add someone in here. So let's add myself, Harris Jackson. Cool. So, cool. Now the purple is the second one, Harris Jackson, which is my second email. So it's fine. Yeah, purple is that. So we want this to be done by me, and Harris Jackson, purple one, to be there like that. Okay, so I'm doing these blue ones, and the client or whatever will be doing the second one. Okay, so before we send it, we need to build the automations off this and the automations off the calendar. So let's do that first. Let's jump into automations. Okay, so we are in a new workflow. So first, let's automate the documents. So law document. Let's go here. Let's go to documents and contracts. Template is the law firm, and let's go to status is signed and accepted. Okay, so once we've sent it over and it's signed, cool, this automation is going to fire off. Or if you want to automatically send the documents and contracts, you can have another trigger. So let's say they filled a form out or whatever, then you go here to documents and contracts, then you can put from yourself, from user, me, and the template will be law firm, like that. So if you don't want to manually send it like you did on the screen, you can have the trigger be they signed a form, or they filled a form, or they did whatever trigger you want it to be, then automatically send them documents or contract, which is the law firm. Okay, so when the trigger is once it's signed, or you can have two automations, one where someone fills a form out, then you send them the documents or contracts. Second automation where the trigger is this one, that it's signed, then you carry on. So either way. So documents and contracts. So once they've signed it, so what we can do from there, we can send an invoice. So let's go to send invoice, for example. Then obviously we would have created a template. So we can go to law invoice template, press that. You do all this, you go to payments, you go to templates, then you go create a law invoice. Well, I'll just create a demo one, for example. Send an invoice from there. You can even send an SMS saying whatever you want, saying full name, first name, whatever. Let's go to docs and contracts. Let's go to the name of the document or contract and put the value of the document contract, maybe. Total amount. There you go. Perfect. Simple. Done. So they fill it out. They get sent the invoice, they get an SMS. Now let's create another automation for if the invoice has been paid or not. Okay, so let's go to save. Obviously remember to publish when you're happy with it. GoHighLevel will actually automatically send them like a copy as well of the document, so it's chill. So let's create another automation for if the invoice has been like paid or not. Let's go to trigger. So the trigger is obviously going to be the invoice. So when the invoice has been sent, okay, so obviously this will trigger off. So let's do it if else. So go here, let's go down to invoice. Invoice status is paid. Add branch. So here we go, invoice is paid. Here we go, invoice is not paid. So we go again to invoice status is not paid. So if the invoice is paid, we can move them to the opportunities of being paid, but we're going to have to go back and do that. First, let's just send an internal notification. Let's go to notification. Contact name has paid for, and we can go to invoice name. So whatever the contact has paid for invoice name will be the target. So this will go to the Lead Connector mobile app, which is basically this software in your phone. So get it if you're on Apple or Android and log in with the same credentials as your software. So we can just go in, ChatGPT, say, Baba, done. That's really it. That's all we need to do. Redirect to contact, select user. You can go to all users. So after that, we can copy this here, copy action here, and has not paid for invoice, has not paid for invoice. Cool. Not paid, paid. Now, obviously, we want it to be a pipeline thing. So let's go back and let's create opportunity, go to opportunity. So we want it to be, for example, signed the contract, sent invoice, paid invoice. So let's go to pipelines. Let's go to create new pipeline. Let's go to, of course, law firm. So we're going into pipelines now. We're combining it with automations. Stage 1 is document signed. Add stage, invoice sent. You can change this to whatever the law firm wants, like invoice paid. Okay, cool. Let's press save. Now we've got the law firm one. So let's go here to the law firm one. So it's very simple, just 3 like that. So let's go back here. Now let's go to if they're paid. So we're gonna have it. So opportunity, update opportunity in pipeline is a law firm one. In stage, this is invoice paid now because they've gone down paid. Opportunity name, we can change it if we want. Opportunity source, opportunity value. So this can be the invoice total price. So whatever the price of the invoice that they paid will be the opportunity value. As you can see here, which is 0.00, that's opportunity value. Status is 1. Okay, allow for duplicate opportunities like that. Okay, now if they're not paid, they're still undelivered, aren't they? So they're going to be in create. So in the law firm, in the invoice has been sent because they haven't paid yet. So opportunity value will just be 0, wouldn't it? Because they haven't paid yet. And the source, we don't need to add anything. This is still open. We can still allow for duplicate opportunities. So you're seeing how this kind of works together. We've got 2 workflows kind of working together to push this through the pipeline. So you can go more detailed. You can do recurring invoices, blah, blah, blah. If you want one-on-one support with automations and all these kind of pipelines, all these kind of confusing things, if you join my affiliate program, first link in description, 30-day free trial with GoHighLevel and all these benefits here. Jump on one-on-one Zoom calls with me with these big guys, these big YouTube channels. Because they're big, you can't sit on a one-on-one Zoom call, but with me you can, because I don't have a lot of subscribers and stuff. So yeah, take advantage of that. So for example, once a document is signed and then the invoice is sent, then the invoice is paid. It'd be very nice for the law firm to just see everything go in, and it's just nice to see essentially. Last stage is the CRM. So what we can do here is if they've paid for the invoice, we can tag them. Contact tag, and we can tag these guys with whatever invoice. Let's go to dynamic. Let's go to invoice, the name of the invoice. So invoice name, paid, and then the second one can be, let's tag these guys. So we have a CRM, smart list, not paid, like that. We'll go to invoice paid and just tag them like that. Cool. So what we can do is save this now. Now on our CRM, we can create a smart list. So let's go to smart lists are basically these things here. We can filter all the contacts based on certain things. So let's go to more filters. Let's go to add tag. Tag is invoice paid. Apply. Let's add save to smart list, and you can name this as, let's call these guys invoice paid, and whatever invoice they've paid, it'll be under that tag because it's a custom value. So whatever the invoice name was, it'll automatically populate those brackets inside those brackets. So now we got this little thing here, invoice paid, and we create one for invoice not paid. More filters, tag is invoice not paid, apply, smart list, and invoice not paid, like that. So now they can come in, click these two. I've got quite a few, obviously. Click these two, and people who have paid the invoice and not paid the invoice, it'll all be there, nice and systemic for them to use. So we've gone through websites, documents, automations, pipelines, and CRMs. Okay, quite a lot in this single video. So I hope that was useful. Please like the video if that was fun. I don't know if that was even fun. If you want to speak to me one-on-one, if you want one-on-one support, if you want to transfer your account under my affiliate program, be sure, let me know in the comments. And yeah, that's it. Please like the video. Oh, by the way, if you want more videos like this, comment yes, so I know you stuck to the end and you want more.